Shalawam. First and foremost, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS that rule well and teach well and taught us this truth. Shalawam to the elect, 144,000 men, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining yourself in this truth. Shalawam to you brothers and sisters out there. All right, let's get into this one. This one more so will be entitled Overthinking, all right, or a deceitful mind. Something along the lines of that. All right, let's get into it.
Miyamoto Musashi, the renowned Ronin and philosopher, had a lot to say about overthinking. His teachings focused on controlling our thoughts, and who better to learn from than a guy who constantly faced swordsmen trying to get him. He had to master clearing his mind of any useless thoughts quickly. In this video, you'll discover how to apply Musashi's strategy to fix your overthinking, improve mental health, and boost focus and productivity. You can start right away, and I encourage you to stick around until the end to catch all the important lessons that could make a difference in your life. But before you can fix your overthinking, you need to figure out what's causing it. Musashi had some great insight into this. He said, "Perceive that which cannot be seen with the eye." What he meant is that you need to be real with yourself and look inward to identify the root of your mental struggles. It's about going beyond surface-level thoughts and diving into your deepest fears and insecurities, the ones that spark overthinking. When you do this, you'll find clarity. Musashi knew that understanding what's beneath the surface is key to overcoming overthinking. By acknowledging your inner fears, you can begin to address them and move forward. You must understand.
I'm a data scientist at Spotify.
And how much money do you make per year doing this?
I make about 210K a year.
Must understand.
All right, so some good points there. Let's go to the scriptures. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of Yahawah with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. So your heart be in your mind, okay? Your inward thoughts, what you're thinking, what you're dwelling on. So you want to have a simplicity of mind. That right there stops all the overthinking. You don't want to be going so complex in what you're thinking and what you're dwelling on and overthinking, right? Have layers and layers and going this deep into it, and it's got to be like this or it's that or that right there, man. We have to have a simplicity in Yahawashi, right? For he will be found of them that accept him not, and showeth himself unto such as do not distrust him. For forward thoughts separate from power, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. So if you're doing too much thinking, you're not truly trusting in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, right? We think and we are diligent when we go into these scriptures and go into the history to make sure that we're accurate and putting this out to our people, to Yasharahla, to Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? But we're not overthinking such things. We're not dwelling on if the earth is, flat. Hey, that's always up for debate and all of that, but it's not truly, because the scriptures speaks of the earth being a sphere, man. All right, so brothers have already done videos on that, but these are pointless debates that you don't need to even bother yourself with, because those lead to overthinking. All right, so really you want to have a simplicity in this thing, not being simple, right, but more so a simplicity of the truth, having a thorough breakdown of it. And that's why we push it and we paint it plain upon tables, as it was told to put it. For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquit a blasphemer of his words. For power is witness of his reigns, and a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue. And hey, some brothers, all brothers, man, we may have thoughts in our minds, and you be like, why you thinking that? Don't let that come out of your mouth, right? You got to fight the flesh. You got to fight the mind. It's a deceitful thing. All right, I want to take it over to Jeremiah, the 17th chapter, and then we'll get back to the video after this. The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron, and with the point of a diamond it is graven upon the table of their heart, and upon the horns of your altars. Whilst Thy children remember their altars and their groves by the green trees upon the high hills. O my mountain, in the field I will give thy substance, and all thy treasures to the spoil, and thy high places for sin throughout all thy borders. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Thus saith Yahawah, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahawah. So understanding that, your heart, your mind departed from Yahawah, right? That's what happened to us when we went on to worship false gods and things like that, man. All right? The nation's heart departed from Yahawah, and they wanted to be just like the heathens. This is, you can even go back as far as when they wanted a king, and Yahawah, warned them about this. But no, Israel wanted a king. So boom, they were given Saul. But they was trying to be what? Just like the heathen, having a king. When Yahawah was our king, Yahawah was our, ruler. He was the one, but you wanted a king because you wanted to be, our people wanted to be just like the heathen, man. So that right there, that little habit branched off, and then they wanted other things that the heathen had. False powers, celebrations, festivals. This is why most Jake is still caught up in doing these wicked festivals and things such as July the 4th, right? And these type of things, man. That same spirit, that same nature that they had back in the day. All right? Verse 6. For he shall be like the hearth in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, and a salt land, and not inhabit. Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahawah, and whose hope Yahawah is. That's having simplicity in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh. But her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right? All that overthinking leads to that, a deceitful heart. All right? Because you're dwelling on too many thoughts, and Satan's going to penetrate you in one of those thoughts. Right? I'm going to get back to the video. Let it go.
You must understand that there is more than one path to the top of the mountain. This gem from Musashi speaks to the value of being flexible and open-minded. Overthinking often occurs when we become rigid, fixated on finding the perfect solution. Musashi's advice is straightforward. Be adaptable. Accept that there's more than one way to solve a problem, and let go of the anxiety that comes from perfectionism. We often feel like our lives are mapped out for us. Society's blueprint says, born, go to school, get a degree, get a job, work until retirement, then that's it. But this path doesn't suit everyone. Overthinking tends to appear when we sense that we're meant for something different, when the standard path feels out of sync with our true desires. It's as if there's an internal conflict between what society expects of us and what we genuinely want. Musashi's wisdom is pretty relevant here. He suggests stepping back and observing this battle. Overthinking arises when our imposed beliefs battle with our true desires. By watching this battle, you choose which side wins. Recognizing that there are many paths to success allows you to find your way without getting trapped in the cycle of overthinking. To illustrate, let's say you're feeling pressure to follow a traditional career path. Maybe your parents want you to become a doctor, but deep down, you want to pursue something unconventional, like a graphic designer. This internal battle leads to overthinking. But if you adopt Musashi's mindset, you'll see that your unique path might be different but equally valid. By focusing on what you actually want to do and removing the other voices, you can dial in on that thing and manifest it into reality. Moving on to...
Hey, and what comes to mind already is Proverbs 6:23. Okay? For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. What society is putting in you, to have the so-called American dream. or what your friends are doing and they seem to have success with it, all right, that's not for everyone. Following these heathens, doing whatever they're doing, that's not going to be successful for you once you know this truth. All right? You know that we have to what? Endure. You know that we got to hold on and trust in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Going off and, chasing after your friends, all that, college and all of that, even though, hey, some brothers go to college. I went to college myself, but that right there didn't teach me the truth. That right there wasn't my ultimate purpose. Now, some brothers may have been sent to college to be, given certain knowledges and education, to use it to benefit the brotherhood, right? That could be possible, most definitely. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi's will be done at the end of the day. But we ain't getting the truth from there, understanding that, and we holding off and we really, really enduring. So the degrees don't mean too much, at the end of the day. You got these Bible, what's the word, man? These Bible scholars, right? Biblical scholars that have no knowledge of this truth, that have no understanding, that have improper breakdowns, all right, at the end of the day. All right, and that right there is that evil woman. That right there is that off doctrine that they're going after, because they're trying to be so damn complex, right? The elders have broke this stuff down, man, and we get the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding, man, from the Rakakadash, and that's been given to the elders, all right? The correct breakdowns, okay? And none of it contradicts itself. Scriptures don't contradict, all right? Yahawashi is the book. Yahawashi is the entire Bible, all right? It doesn't contradict. The body doesn't contradict. That means that the body is fighting against itself, and that's not happening right now. You could tell. So at the end of the day, you gotta stop dwelling on what Babylon's trying to give you with everything they want to force on you, right? And that this is for brothers that's new, right? Don't this world is not here to save you, man. So let's get back to the video. Only Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi can save you at the end of the day.
Reality. Moving on to the next strategy. Do nothing that is of no use. This quote is all about focusing on what's important and purposeful. Overthinking often happens when we dwell on things that don't matter. Musashi encourages us to eliminate unnecessary thoughts and focus on what's crucial. Think about how often we get dragged into useless drama. Whether it's people around us or social media, we end up absorbing nonsense that clouds our minds and pulls us away from our goals. It's everywhere. YouTubers hyping up drama, gossip filling our feeds, and pointless debates cluttering our thoughts. You might find yourself wondering, will Mike Tyson, at 57, beat a 28-year-old Jake Paul? But really, who cares? It's just filler, occupying your mind and keeping you from what's important to you. This kind of distraction is where overthinking often takes root. You might think, should I study more for this thing, or can I watch just one more video? And then, when you finally sit down to study, your mind wanders, questioning, am I doing enough? Will this actually help me? The clutter of unnecessary thoughts creates space for doubt and fear. If you remove the useless stuff and focus on what matters, you won't even give overthinking a chance. There won't be room for doubt or fear to creep in because your mind will be too busy with purposeful action. The key is to stay focused on what you know you need to do and clear away the distractions that don't serve you.
Hey, that's it right there. And looking back in scripture, going back to, we can go back to the beginning, Adam and Eve, right? When the serpent, which is we know to be Esau, Edom, right? Esau coming and talking and telling them, hey, eat this, and boom, boom, boom. Like, this will happen to you. When the simplicity that we got from Yahawah, we was already living forever. We already had immortality, right? We were not going to die, okay? That simplicity, that's the truth. That verbal law and commandment which was given to Adam, right? We was already straight. But Satan's always trying to throw a wrench, in the job, or what is it? A monkey wrench in the operation or whatever that phrase is. He's always trying to throw a distraction to lead you to harsh and rash action that you do not need to make, man. All right? So, because we already have satisfaction. Don't be insatiable in things. We already have life. We already got air. We already got food, water, etc., etc. You don't need all of that. You don't need all these materials and everything that the world is trying to offer you on these advertisements, etc., etc., okay? So don't get caught up in that Eve spirit. Well, we need this because they say we can do this. And nah, but we already good though. You know? We already good. You know? And hey, with that being said, that was about 4 minutes, 38 seconds of the video. This is a pretty good video. I'll put the link in the description. Alright. And hey, with that being said, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS. Shalawam to you brothers out there, hopeful elect. All right, Shalawam.